Hi guys, welcome to my channel and to my journey in beauty, where every video is an adventure in makeup, beauty, and YouTube, and I'm inviting you to come along with me. Today's adventure is my 2018 Project Pan update, and I am finally rolling some products in this month, so let's go ahead and get into it. Is a revival of a product that I had hit pan on, which was my goal, and that is my number 7 Match Made bronzer in the shade Caramel. I did make a little bit of progress this month on this one because I did continue using it. I have fully exposed the first set of rings, so I'm very happy that I'm continuing to make progress on this one. It's a nice bronzer, and I know I'm going to use it a lot more come winter when I tend to reach for more matte products. I know it seems counterintuitive being a combo oily girl that I would use matte products during the winter. That's just what I tend to reach for because I'm typically using more glowy primers and foundations, so I like a matte bronzer. So sue me. So I'm glad that I'm making progress on that still because it is a nice product, as well as it is an older product in my collection. And speaking of old, the next product is my number 7 Perfect Light Pressed Powder in the shade Medium, and I have made a small amount of progress on this one again this month. From now on, I will be making much more progress on this one because I do like this to set down my makeup. However, I was panning a different powder, which I won't show you progress on, for a project that is ending in just a couple of days. So this puppy is gonna go fast now that I'll be concentrating on it. But I'm glad that I have still continued to make fair progress throughout the project. And I have a curly Q. Boing! This is just not behaving itself today. Alright, next is a product. I'll give you a close-up because this is going to be really hard to see. This is a sample size of the Balm Spring blush from the Balm, the blush that just won't die. So I have made some progress. The dip here is, you know, getting more and more pronounced in this tiny pan. But I think my goal is I would like to try and hit side pan on this by next month, and I think I can do this if I remember to reach for it. And good grief, I wish this thing would just die. A couple of products that I had no visible progress on this month was the Becca Backlight, right? Yes, Backlight Priming Filter. This is too glowy for my oily skin during the summer. Oh my gosh, this is driving me crazy. It's like sticking out of nowhere. That's what bobby pins are for, right? Anyhow, so, but this will be start getting used again soon as we move into fall and winter when my skin's a little bit drier. And like I said, I'm using or reaching for luminous primers and foundations, so you should see some progress on that real soon. And then this is another product that just won't die, but to be honest, I just haven't given it a lot of love this year so far. It is what I'm wearing today. It's an Avon lipstick in the shade Chocolate Fling. This used to be like a ride or die shade for me, and I have used it several times over the past month, and like I said, it is what I'm wearing today. There just isn't any visible or measurable progress that I can show you on my sheet of paper. So, but like I said, I am reaching for this more now that I'm moving into fall, doing darker and warmer looks that I think a satin or shimmer brown lipstick would coordinate nicely with. So again, we shall see some progress soon. Next is my lip liner from NYX, and every month I am so certain that I have made more significant progress than the previous month, and yet not so much. So I'm going to show you here that this blue line is where I was last time, and this bottom black line is where I am today. As you can see on this paper, almost consistent progress. I feel like I use this lippy all the time. I've even put other products into project pans that would coordinate nicely with this product to hopefully get more use out of it. So here you go. I'm just sick about it. I mean, honestly, through panning it, I have learned to really like this product. It is a nice, it's this slide on glide on lip liner from NYX in the shade Alluring, and I actually have grown to love this product. It is a really nice, easy lip liner to either line your lips with and or fill it in completely. So hopefully we'll have a little bit more progress than normal within the next month, I guess. And then the last product that I have some progress on this month is my Lorac Mega Pro 2. I have finally hit pan on a second shade in this palette, and I just did it today when I used it as an inner corner highlight and a brow bone highlight. Now this is a very, very tiny pan. Uh-oh, no glare. Oh, and I hear Lucille. Okay, so there you can probably see the pan. Again, I will have close-up pictures for you, but I've got to let Lucille in because she's pawing at the door, so hold tight. Like I said, I have finally hit pan on a second shade. It's taken me all year. I don't know why, because these are really soft shadows. Other than I have a lot of eyeshadow, and I don't tend to reach for the same palettes over and over again. However, I am finding this much more easier to reach for than my Naked 3 palette. I'm gonna put a poll up in the cards for you guys to help me make a really hard decision, and that is, should I continue with the Naked 3 Pan That palette? This is going to be the second month where I essentially have no progress. I'm just not reaching for it. It's not going to be fall colors for me. Maybe I'll use it more in the winter, but I don't know if I should just scrap it or keep going, even though the updates might be kind of boring. You let me know in the poll, and I would really appreciate that. So back to this palette, however, in the next month, my goal would be to hit pan on this shade called Peony, which I think was my goal last month, and I didn't quite make it. And then this shade, which is called Prosecco. This is a fabulous inner corner highlight as well as lid shade. So I'm pretty sure that I can go ahead and hit pan on those within the next month. And to roll in, I have one makeup product, and that is the Hourglass Vanish Highlighting Stick in the shade Champagne Flash. This is teeny tiny. It's 0.05 ounces of product or 1.4 grams of product. I did receive this in a Sephora favorites box. I believe it came in the Bronze and Brighten one, and this is all the product that is in here. I am currently panning the Becca Opal highlighter in my Grey's Anatomy project pan, which I'll link for you. But I do think I can go ahead and finish this up by the end of the year easily. I think it might be flattering to put it underneath the Opal to go ahead and use it up. And it's just such a tiny amount of product. I did go ahead and measure it on my piece of paper. But, you know, I have a ton of highlighters, and so this would just help me get my numbers down a little bit in a very quick way. I'm hoping. I think this could be used as an eyeshadow base, what have you. So I'm gonna go ahead and work on moving that out. 3 little perfume samples here that I wanna go ahead and move out. One, they aren't really my jam in terms of perfume, and 2, I'm just kind of trying to lower my number of samples in my perfume collection as well, because I do have some that I really like. So the first one is called Stella McCartney in the shade, in this fragrance is called Peony. Just one of these little ones that comes with a Sephora order. This is going to be no problem to use up, other than it's not my favorite fragrance. So I want to move that out. The second one was I think it was a 100-point perk from Sephora, and it's from the brand Commodity, and the fragrance is Bergamot. And you know, you can see this is quite a decent little size sample, and I have, let's see if you can see it, I have marked it right here with a Sharpie and covered it with nail polish. So I'd like to go ahead and move that one out. And then the last one I got for Christmas last year, and I find that perfume samples and roller balls and things like that tend to go off quicker than like a full-size perfume, if you will. So this is from Philosophy, and it is the Amazing Grace Rollerball perfume. This is just okay for me. It's not my favorite, but it's not horrible. So again, I have marked it for my starting point. I would love to finish all 3 of those by my next update, so we'll see if I can do that. And then I have 2 full-size perfumes. I mean, they're not full anymore, but they once were full-size, and these are the oldest ones in my collection, and I know that they're very quickly about to go off just based on their scent and the longevity. This is super old. You can see that this is quite beaten up. But this is from one of my favorite brands for body care, and the brand, I believe, is called Zum or Zoom. It's Z-U-M, and this is the Zum Mist in the scent frankincense and myrrh. And they call this an aromatherapy room and body mist, and you get 4 ounces. I've never used this as a room mist because I love it. A lot of people in my life would equate this as kind of my signature scent. So you know, and this is one where you mix the oil up with whatever like distilled water that they have in here. This is very all natural. All the ingredients are purified water, pure essential oils, fragrance oil, and vegetable glycerin. So I have marked this on the back, and I'd like to go ahead and use this up by my next update. And then the last one, this is, probably can see how old this is by the discoloration of the metal of this packaging, but my hubby bought me this quite a few years ago. It was one of my very first high-end fragrances. I had gotten a sample and I just thought it was fabulous. So he went ahead and bought it for me for Christmas or my birthday. They're pretty close together. However, oh, I guess I could have marked this one, so I'll do that after this. So you can see on this side here that, you know, there's not a ton left in here. So I would like to try and finish this up by the end of the year so it doesn't go off and go to waste. And that is my update. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I hope you enjoyed the fact that I rolled some products in to keep things interesting for you guys. I don't want to keep updating on the same like 3 or 4 products through the end of December. So I thought we'd make it a little bit interesting. And I hope all of your makeup days are beautiful makeup days, and I will see you in my next video soon. Bye.